Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 5. Is this 5? It is 5. To episode 5 of Hearts of Iron 4 as the German Reich. We see that the world tension is going up quite a bit now. That's probably because Japan declared war on China. Yeah, they got 6% for declaring the war on the Shanxi and 8.3% for declaring war on China. The Soviet Union also sent 6 volunteer divisions to China. This is quite interesting because we want to get friendly with the Soviet Union, but they're actually on the side of China and we're trying to befriend Japan. Dispersed industry has now completed. We are a little bit ahead of time working on any of these. We could go ahead and work on oil plants. Is there anything else that we would rather have? We're not in 1938 yet, though we are getting close. So there's probably not an awful lot that we should be working on. Let's start working on some of the other ships. Let's go and start working on the Scharnhorst battleship, and then we can upgrade the ones that we have. Now, how long is that going to take? That is going to take 166 days. How long is it going to take to complete our current battleship? Quite a long time. So what we'll do is we'll put that onto 1. So when it's finished, we'll queue up the new one. That'll be fine. So we are starting to get a bit of a navy up here now that we will be able to use. We must keep our eye on this army down here to make sure that we're not training up people that don't need training. So Panzer Division is going to go ahead and join the Panzers. You're going to go ahead and get on that line there. And then we've got a few guys here who are just going to go straight into the Polish front army. And let's move you into position. All starting to look good. We'll have to start another army soon as well, because we are getting quite a lot of infantry. But, you know, with the German Reich, it's kind of what we have to do. So what we're waiting for at the moment is Demand Sudetenland. This should basically either get Czechoslovakia to give me a few states, or I think we can go to war with them. United Kingdom gets the event, the Munich Conference. Sudetenland claim granted by Germany. And then I think after that, the first Vienna Award, yeah, we have to own Sudetenland. And then there's the fate of Czechoslovakia. And we will go for, we actually want Danzig or war. We don't want Danzig for Slovakia. There's elastic defense done and field hospitals done at the same time. So, what do we want to take down here? Do we want mobile infantry or do we want armoured spearhead? Well, we're going to have more tanks than we are mechanized, so let's go for that. And what else was it we completed? It was one of the support battalions. Let's go ahead and get Signal Company then. Might as well start working on those as soon as possible. So we haven't actually gone to war yet. I mean, we did have a couple of units that were involved in a war that was going on in Spain. We will be at war sooner or later. That's definitely going to happen. So in another 10 days we should get some of Czechoslovakia. We also want to reassert our eastern claims and sort of grab some of Poland as well. So we've got quite a lot of things that we'd like to work on. We still can't get the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact yet because we don't have enough manpower in divisions. We also do want army innovations too, but they might come a little closer to the actual war or even mid-war. It's just trying to get all of our political stuff out of the way first. Try and make sure that we have all of the right friends and allies. So, not too sure what England is up to. How are we doing on here now? We have 3 days left. We're already again at 91 political power, so we'll be able to make another change here. If we wait until we're at war, then we could probably just go into war economy. Because that'll be really, really good for us. Excavation has finished. Don't think there's anything else that we can get here because we are ahead of time. We're just going to pause up because like a million things have just popped up here. So, the Munich Conference. Talks have been held in Munich between the leaders of Germany, Britain, France and Italy to discuss the future of Czechoslovakia. I love how the Czechs weren't invited to the conference to determine their fate. Both the British and the French have accepted our claims to the Sudetenland as legitimate, and their previous offers to support the Czechs have been rescinded. Recognising the hopelessness of their situation, the Czechs have surrendered the Sudeten territories to us. Their oppressed German inhabitants will at last brought into the Vaterland. So, it's a historic day for Germany. The Munich Agreement. German demands for the Sudeten territory in Czechoslovakia, which is home to a considerable German minority, have intensified. At the summit held in Munich, Germany, Britain, France and Italy sought to find a diplomatic solution to the so-called Sudeten crisis. Czechoslovakia was not invited to attend. An agreement was reached in which Germany annexes the Sudetenland but will not pursue any further territorial gains in Europe. Yeah, right. Mr. Chamberlain spoke to crowds in London. For the second time, a Prime Minister has returned from Germany, bringing peace with honour. I believe this is peace for our time. Yeah, not really so much. Germany has enjoyed good relations with China since the end of the previous Weltkrieg. Not sure what that means, but okay. Despite the loss of our Chinese possessions, a German military mission has been present in China for a number of years, and Alexander von Falkenhausen has made great progress in reforming parts of the Kuomintang army. This is naturally of some concern to the Japanese, given their present war against China. They are demanding the immediate withdrawal of all German support to the Chinese. Well, yeah, we want to be friendly with Japan, so we will recall. Italy announces claims on Yugoslavian territory. Speaking to the Italian population amongst the Dalmatian coast, Benito Mussolini has announced that Italy fully considers the Italian-speaking territory of Yugoslavia to be rightfully part of Italy. The official statement backed up the claims, making it clear that Italy is prepared to take the territory by force if need be. Demand Sudetenland is completed. Okay, so what we are we going to do now? Let's go ahead and work on oil plant. Or actually, do we have anything here we could work on? No, we're a little bit ahead of time. Let's go on radio detection though. We'll get that sorted. Okay, so we need a new fascist national focus. We could go into army innovations, but I think we want to go for the first Vienna Award. Yeah, we should definitely do that. We go reassert our eastern claims. We should probably do that, really. We do definitely want to work down here. Let's go for the first Vienna Award, actually. We'll do it that way. We'll go in that order. Let's go ahead and unpause things. How are we doing on the training? See, the tanks are actually coming out quite slowly because we're just short of actual tanks themselves. What I might do also is move some more of these infantry divisions. Well, not infantry, sorry. These mountaineer divisions, most of which have come from how can I see their template? Yeah, so these guys have an engineering company and 6 mountaineers, whereas our own ones don't even have an engineering company. Oh, that's fine then. We could go ahead and put an engineering company on our own, although I think we've only got one of our own companies there. Let's go ahead and do it anyway. Recon companies wouldn't be terrible either, but yeah, those ones that we've got are actually the Austrian ones, so obviously Austria has a fair bit of mountains, so we've gained some mountaineers, but I might move some of them over here onto the French border and actually put them in the French front army, simply because there are some mountains here and it would be nice to be able to attack into those. So do we want to move some of the regular infantry out of here? I think we probably will. So let's say we want to go ahead and grab maybe 4 of you guys. And we'll put you in on the Polish front for now. So let's go ahead and do that. And then once we get ourselves some fully trained mountaineer divisions, we'll put them back onto the French front. That's my plan anyway. Might not work, but we'll give it a go. How are we going with recruitment here? We're still working on infantry. We are still working on tanks. We've got plenty of manpower. Let's go put that up even higher. We'll just keep cranking them out. How are we doing? The planes are almost done. Could do with some more tactical bombers, I suppose. Military equipment is now filled, which is good. Artillery is now filled. Still a little bit behind on tanks, but we have got more factories coming. At least I think we have. We're working on the anti-air now. They're going quite quickly. So we will want to get as many of these military factories up and running as soon as possible. Then we've got some more civilian factories queued up after those. Looking good, looking good. How are we going here with training? Has anybody reached a peak level yet? You guys all have. So you guys are going to go into... I can't even put you in the Polish front now because that army is full. So now I think we really do need to get another army. So let's put you in here. You're on the wrong theatre. So what border are you going to be on? Let's make you the Lowlands front. We will give you to your Trickster. I guess you might do. So Heinz Guderian. Heinz Guderian. Sure, why not? So you guys are going to be on... let's put you on the Dutch line for now. We can't extend the line across because we're not actually at war, but that is what we will go and do. So you guys should all move over there. Again, you've defaulted to this, like, crappy colour. What can we give you? We're not using a proper blue yet. Let's go and give you a proper blue. We can modify our government. We probably want to wait till we're at war. So, well, actually, we can't go to war economy. Let's go into war economy. Nice. Start getting some things built up here. Producing things a bit faster. And the French have got some units now piling up on the borders. It might not be enough for them. We'll have to see. So how are things going with the first Vienna Award? So the Hungarians were one of the people that suffered worst after the Great War. In the slaughter of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, many Hungarians were stranded on foreign soil throughout, though their ancestors had lived there for ages. We could greatly improve our relations with Hungary by awarding them some territories from Czechoslovakia. So this is what we want to try and do. So we will become friends with Hungary eventually, which is kind of what happens down here somewhere. But we do want to do Danziger War. And then we can go to war with... gains war focus, war goal against Denmark. War focus, war goal against Norway. Also gives us some research for transport ships, landing craft, and advanced landing craft. So that is a very nice thing. We can actually start working on the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact now. So we probably want to get that when the first Vienna Award is done, because that'll actually stop the Soviets getting involved from our business, which is really nice. Armies in training. We've got a few more there. We do have a couple of mountaineers. So let's get you all selected. You're going to join the French front. Let's get you on there. And then we've got a couple more here. Oh, that other one's done now. You're going to go into the Lowlands front. We'll get you on that border. And then finally we've got one more. You're going to go into the French front. There we go. So they've got some mountaineer divisions now on the French front. So that'll be useful because we will end up at war with them at some point. I think one of the reasons I was having so many problems with playing as the United Kingdom is because I was constantly trying to get involved to defend France. Obviously this is going a little bit slower because the war hasn't actually kicked off yet. We definitely want to try and take some of Czechoslovakia when we can. Czechoslovakia, I can say it sometimes. And how are we doing on that? We are waiting for another 13 days. So that shouldn't be too long now. And how is our recruitment going? Yeah, it's just because we're short of tanks. That's the main problem that we have at the moment. So we're 1,700 tanks down. So I really want to try and get... And that's light tanks too. They are the best ones we can build, I believe. Let's just have a quick look at that. Armor. So yeah, the Panzer IIs. We probably skip the medium tanks maybe. Although we do have 100%... well, the head of time penalty is reduced by 100%. So we could actually just start working on Panzer IIIs. There's no reason why we can't do that. So we might actually work on those. Although I'm not convinced that we want to go medium tanks. We might just stick with lights, but... Well, no. With Germany, we've got to go decent tanks. We'll probably take that one. We'll probably queue that up as our next tech. Which will be in 27 days after the doctrine has finished. Although moving down towards Blitzkrieg is certainly going to be useful, but not in a huge epic rush to do that, so we'll see how that goes. How are we doing here? It's almost finished. We've got 2 days left for the first Vienna Award. There we go. The first Vienna Award has finished. So grants the event first Vienna Award to Hungary, which gives them extra opinion of us. United Kingdom, Soviet Union and China's opinion of us is going to drop. So let's go and work on the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Hopefully Russia or the Soviet Union will be sympathetic towards us. And we'll start, hopefully, getting to gobble up some of Europe from that point. I say, world tension is not quite high enough for much to go. I'd like to get this Lowlands army up to sort of full 24 stat before we do anything else at the moment. I still got a couple more in the Polish front there. So how are things going with training? We've got a Panzer division, which can join the Panzers. Let's get you on there. And then we've got 2 infantry. Let's go and put you onto the Polish front. Fantastic, you're up to a full 24. Things are definitely getting done. Hopefully we're still okay on production equipment. We are. Looks like we're catching up with tanks slightly. How long is it going to be before we start working on factories again? Not too long. We're just trying to get finished off some of these anti-air batteries. So that shouldn't be too bad. So this will be really nice. A treaty of friendship and non-aggression with the USSR might turn the stomach, but it will allow their precious oil to keep flowing into Germany. The secret addendum will divide the territories of Romania, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia and Finland into German and Soviet spheres of influence. So that's what we're going for now. How are things going on in the USSR? What are they up to now? They're on the transformation of nature. And our decryption is too low to get information about what they've already achieved in their national focus tree. But we know that they're on this one, so they've definitely gone down the armament effort. And this gives them some political power and some extra rubber. Okay, fair enough. We also know that they went down the... where is it? The Great Purge. So we know they've at least started on this side of the tree as well. So that is fine. What is Poland up to? They're working on an extra research slot. There's Armoured Spearhead done. So let's go ahead and work on the Panzer. So we don't have the ahead of time bonus. We've got 100% reduction on the ahead of time bonus for those Panzers. So we could make some medium tank divisions if we wanted to. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact is still going to take another 55 days. Sorry, 45 days, and not too far off. Come on, training divisions. There we go. Got some random cavalry in there as well. But you guys are going to go on to the Lowlands front. Not too sure how useful the cavalry is going to be up there, but yeah, we're actually starting to get a relatively decent army now. I mean, you have to as the German Reich. You've got to be able to defend on all fronts, and there will be quite a lot of them. At least the AI seems to spread the troop deployment out a little bit better now. We've got ourselves yet another government modifier. Chief of Air Force. Air support plus 10%. Bad weather penalty minus 20%. Oh, yeah, no, we can't take that yet because we need to complete air innovations. I think we'll want to get that guy, actually. So instead of getting him, what have we got here? We've got cheaper artillery research time, cheaper small arms research time. I think we'll go for the small arms one. because it will be time very, very soon, if not already. Yeah, so we can actually start working on improved infantry equipment and support weapons. So we definitely want to start working on those, and we probably will do once radio detection and the battleship has finished. Although we can start working on computing machines. We've got another whole row of... well, that's 39, not 38. No, so we're good. It's actually working out quite well. So in another 16 days when radio is done, we might start work on computing machines so we can get decryption and stuff. But yeah, we do want to start working on those better weapons. And we don't have to produce anything new because it's only a minor upgrade. It's not a big upgrade. But that is probably a good place to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Hearts of Iron 4 on this playthrough as the German Reich. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.